for the conversation with the governor of Rivers State. Of course, it has nothing to do with criticism of any sort. So just for the development, of course. Our conversations are always for the development of our dear state and country. And that conversation will culminate at 5 o'clock, and the news update rather will come your way. And after the news update, we'll talk some more. And this time, we will be borrowing a leaf from two different states, Imo State and Delta State. And we'll be looking at some court judgments that these states have gotten and how it can affect how governance plays out in Rivers State. You want to stay tuned? 14 minutes gone past the hour now. So to the big stories, NLC is insisting on strike as meeting with federal government holds today. NLC is insisting on strike as meeting with federal government holds today. And what that story is about is that NLC has asked Nigerians to go to the market, stock their homes, do everything necessary to prepare for Wednesday, which is the 2nd of August, where the NLC and CSOs will be going on a nationwide strike protest. And so they've asked Nigerians to go out there and make sure that they do everything necessary so that the strike and protest does not affect them economically and otherwise. But then the first question that I have, is it possible for everywhere to be on lockdown, shut down, and it does not affect the economy of the people? That's the first question in my head. By the way, the federal government has come out to say that any strike or protest is illegal because there is a court judgment. But NLC has replied and said, there is no such court judgment, and the people have a right to demonstrate, and they have a right to strike and protest against policies that is not in good terms with their daily lives and their progress, so to say. So they have replied and they are insisting. However, there is supposedly a meeting with the federal government today. There was supposed to be a meeting on Friday, but NLC staged a walkout, and they have been speaking over the weekend, and they did say that it's not like they staged the walkout, but the federal government was underrepresented at that meeting, and so there was no need for them to continue in that conversation. So let's see. I do not know what will come out of the meeting today, what will happen if NLC will change their mind like we've seen in the past. But I'm of the opinion that another shutdown of our economy may just make things worse, may just make things really terribly worse. And that brings us to the next headline, where Senate has moved a motion to stop August 2 strike and protest. The Senate has moved a motion to stop the August 2 strike and protest by Labour and CSOs. So I would just play it for you so you can take a listen yourself.
Before moving to motion, I have a very little correction. Urgent need to avert the impending strike of Nigerian Labour Congress, not intended, sir. And in my name, I am Suleiman Abrahaman Kau Sumaila. Therefore, sir, the motion is read like this. Urgent need to avert the impending strike to reverse the union terms policy or the indefinite strike, nationwide strike on Wednesday, 2nd August 2023. Also note that the NLC has directed all its affiliates and state council to immediately begin mobilization of workers and other Nigerian, including civil society allies, for a long-lasting strike and mass protest. However, the labor movement, in a statement signed by its national president, accused the federal government of failing to meet up with the demand it presented to it following the removal of the subsidy on petrol, which caused an astronomical rise in the price of the commodity. Disturbs that the strike will cripple the country as movement will be severely curtailed as commercial transport operators will draw their services, while market, schools and healthcare service facility will be forced to shut down. Further disturb that action could hit up the quality when it occurred, and the gain from the strike are far below the cost to either of its parties in conflict. Reflect that
it's a long video clip. I've just ended. So you had the motion was moved. It was seconded. So the Senate is urging Labour, the CSOs, and every other affiliates to knock down their tools, to not walk out, and to just keep waiting and be patient with the president. I hear the president is going to talk with Nigerians, or talk to Nigerians. I think it's talk to, because he would not be getting our feedbacks immediately, but yeah, he will talk to Nigerians 7 p.m. this evening, so let's look forward to what he has to say. However, Senate is urging Labour and its affiliates and the CSOs to take a chill pill, to just hold on just yet. And it brings me to the next conversation. First, I want to ask the question: what do you make of the Senate's move? What do you make of the Senate's concern, looking at the economy and how everywhere will be, just like I said earlier, will be under lock and key, and it will affect the economic situation that is already terrible. But moving on, there is a similar situation in the southeast. We talked about it a couple of times last week. However, there were some new developments over the weekend, and quite interesting development, I should say. So on Friday Friday was, before I traveled to the southeast. Yes, I was in the southeast over the weekend, and we saw the letter through the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, Aloy Ejmako, and he said that Nnamdi Kanu has ordered that there should be no seat at home, and he ordered Simon Ekpa to stand down. However, Simon Ekpa has refused and has ignored and has shunned the directive, calling it a false statement and unbelievable, and said Nnamdi Kanu cannot say such a thing, that the only thing that he will listen to or adhere to is when the DSS releases Nnamdi Kanu and sends him to Finland. Now, that's going to be a very difficult situation, because like we usually would say in political commentaries in the country, when you look at the body language of the president, of all the calls that have been made since he became president, the one call he has paid little attention to, or no attention at all, would be the call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And like we argued last week, there are court orders and there are counter court orders, and so everybody's waiting for the Supreme Court. However, the Supreme Court will sit sometime in September, still quite a far distance. But there is the 2-week sit at home ordered by Simon Ekpa, and according to the BBC Pidgin on Facebook, in some of the states, I think they went to Abia State, they did videos in Enugu State, in some parts of the southeast, there is a partial compliance because markets are shut down, businesses are closed. Although there are movements, we could see tricycles, otherwise known as keke napep, we could see people moving in food, we could see minibuses moving around, we could see vehicles. Although all of those things, the people are sitting at home. And so now there's a question of Is there usurpation of power, and how will that then affect even the already poor security situation in the southeast? But I'm of the opinion, and I just want to throw it out there, that if they want to sit at home, maybe they should sit at home, because I'm wondering, after the sit at home, what next? Because if the president is paying little or no attention, then what happens after the sit at home? Are they going to continue to sit at home until it is time for the Supreme Court judgment? I wonder. But I'd like to get your take on this. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. There is a commercial break coming up in 1 minute time, so I will go for that commercial break. When I come back, I will take those calls. But remember, you could send in your WhatsApp messages to the number 0809 030 6416. I'm not all shouting today. I'm a little bit I'm still feeling the effect of the journey, right? The Port Harcourt Bar Road is really terrible, I should say. So I'm still feeling the effect of that journey. Okay, so when I come back, I'll take your calls, I'll take your opinions on some of the issues that we've raised on the show. Just stay tuned. and affiliate bodies. All right, so we also talked about Senate moving a motion to stop the August 2 strike and protest, and I did play the sound clip of the senator moving the motion. It was seconded by other people. They supported the motion, urging the NLC to shun that strike. Don't go dropping your tools, they said. All right, and then we talked about Simon Ekpa ignoring Nnamdi Kanu, insisting on the 2-week sit at home, and like I said, partially in compliance already. People are sitting at home, and I'm wondering at the end of the 2 weeks what happens next, because looking at the body language of the president is looking like we might not see the end of this till there is a Supreme Court's declaration, and I think that's sometime in September, right? Okay, so the numbers 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp number for your WhatsApp messages is 0809-030-6416. It's the bottom of the hour, and you're listening to 92.3 Nigerian for Hard Facts with Kaladako Rubatable. Let's get to your contributions right now. Remember, also, we're live on Facebook. We are live on Facebook, Nigerian for PH. We're live on YouTube as well, Nigerian for PH, and active on X, formerly known as Twitter, Nigerian for PH. I've got Emeka from Owerri. Emeka, good afternoon to you. Hello, Emeka, can you hear me? Hello? Emeka, can you hear me? Oh my goodness.
I'm hearing you.
Okay, all right then. What's the situation of things in Owerri right now? Can you start with that, please?
I never bothered to go out today because I know the little calls I make. Most of the places are closed.
Okay.
I've not gone out, but I made some calls. They told me most of the markets are not open.
Okay.
So you take the word from my mouth. Let me tell you, the way the government are going, especially the only state government, are going about it. I don't think it's because they have stated that like you see the worldwide condemnation. And I want to say, I've been in Southwest, I'm a businessman. I've been storehouse by Ekpa, storehouse. I've not spent a long time there. Now I'm in a wedding. I've been to anything. See, there's no market in Nigeria that survives without a major market in Southwest. Be it Idumota, be it America, be it Threadpare, be it Alaba International, even in West Africa, without Africa and they are back. There's no market in the record of successful how do you have to do?
So what's your point? So what's your point, Emeka? Emeka, what's your point?
Without Aba and then China in West Africa at your home. Everybody that's telling you this is affecting, that person is just going far from the truth. The moment Aba and then shall get closed, even companies in Nigeria will be affected. All the companies all over the nation.
All right.
All the business all over the nation. Whether North, whether Abuja, whether anywhere.
All right then.
So the thing about it, we should be fighting for justice. Federal government, you said this way, you started this way. Don't tell them to do this thing. The competent court of Nigeria has tried this man, saying he has not committed any crime.
Emeka, all right, thank you very much for your time. I've got to move on now. I've got Frank from D-Line. Frank, welcome on the show. Let's talk.
Afternoon,
you're welcome, please.
Yeah, let me dwell on labor.
All right.
In that going back on process and strike. I would have, hello.
I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
I would advise them to go on strike. But let them get to the issue of protest, because at the end of the day, what will happen for the protest, they could not be able to account who does to hazard the protest. I would have advised them to only go on strike.
All right.
That one I know who cannot affect themselves. But the other one, if they go on a protest, I will call you to discuss, to tell you what I have said today that has come to pass. So that's my take. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you, Frank. I've got Ikechi from Eneka. Ikechi, welcome.
Good afternoon, TT.
Yeah, good afternoon to you. Welcome on the show.
I would like to comment on Senate moves on preventing NOC from going on their planned strike. My brother, this country has been under the reign of, permit me to say, people who have not loved the country. We have had different types of managers of this country. And even upon everything that is happening, we have individuals that say anybody that is saying NLC shouldn't go on strike, that is calling on radio and other fora, he does not love this country. I love this country. And I want to see this country work. And I am supporting the NLC on going on strike.
So you're...
The Senate will now understand.
Okay.
Because they've made themselves a elite that live above where they should be. Civil servants cannot reach. They are salaried. Now, one thing that I have understood is that the NLC has made people to lose faith in them. If they want to use this as a process to walk through the redemptive path, well, jolly on then. And I sincerely believe that the time has come for us to have the right economic manager at all levels in this country, Mr. Ikich.
All right, thank you very much for your time. I've got Obed from Arthur George. Obed, greetings to you. Turn off your radio, please.
Good afternoon, Canada.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome. Let's talk.
I want to react to the issue of labor and the reaction of our lawmakers. You see, Canada, is unfortunate that none of the leaders are even negotiating towards the direction of how do we solve the current economic crisis that is to devil our country right now. I thought really the National Assembly should have come out or advising the president on what to do to be able to cushion the effect of the penury that Nigerians are going through right now. But rather, they are telling Labour, they are passing motion to tell Labour not to exercise their fundamental rights. Look, that is wrong. And I don't think that any motion that is going to stop this very process. I must tell you. You understand? I heard you mention of worsening the current the economic crisis or what is on ground. However, my question is there anything that is on ground? You understand? Is there anything? Everything is worse off. So, if the government has decided that their citizens will continue to suffer, so this is a push to the wall. I think as total support of the protest, I must tell you, Canada.
All right, then.
The politicians are making us to believe that if they finally work, that the fuel price will continue to go high, deceiving themselves. You understand? But I must tell you, the labor should insist, no matter anything, no matter any address to anything, if the needful is not done concerning the economic crisis that Nigerians are passing through.
All right, Obed, I've got to let you go now. I've got Daniel from Transamatic. Daniel, welcome on the show.
Yeah, good afternoon, Canada.
Yeah, greetings to you, Daniel.
The motion of the Senate. For me, do they really care? Nigeria have been passing through hardship. You're telling labels to hold on for us, saying that the economy is not in good condition and it will hamper that again and again. When Tinubu went to the program and said the subsidy is gone, didn't he think that this whole problem will come? For Labour themselves, I don't know why they say they're meeting the federal government, and I hope they didn't cash out. Because I strongly believe, my own opinion though, that they may cash out. You are giving government your target. Let refinery work before you remove subsidy. or revise it back. So the government have not done that. What are they going to meeting to do? Say they are meeting the federal government again to do what? As far as I'm concerned, federal government should revise this policy because I don't even see the merit of this policy.
All right then.
You keep on saying we should hold on. What are we holding on? Government of Nigeria, Tinubu government will say, okay, this is what you are holding on. I'm holding on, okay, in the next 2 months I'm going to get an refinery. I will know what we are holding on. I'm holding on because he say you're giving palliative for 12 million Nigerians, 200 million, 200 million. Where is the 178 million people? Where are they? Are they not part of Nigerians? That the Senate that I said are moving motion, are they not collecting their subsidy? Because the whole palliative is going for them, for the judicial, ordinary Nigerians, which one will go for them?
All right then. All right.
As far as I'm concerned, these whole policies for me, they have to revise it. If Labour catch up this time around, it will so happen. They will go and catch up for the federal government.
All right then.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Ekpa from Ogbogoro. Ekpa, greetings to you. Welcome on the show.
Yeah, good afternoon.
You're welcome.
Thank you. On the Southeast DC, I think this is not the first time they are doing this sit at home, and this their sit at home method is not really making anything happen for them. There is no result, because if I could remember, they started this sit at home sometime 2017. So maybe they should change pattern, because I don't even think the sit at home is affecting the federal government, right?
But Emeka from Owerri, argues that it affects everybody, because almost every other market in Nigeria feeds off Onitsha, and is it a bad market?
Yes, it affects people. It affects the ordinary people. It affects the leaders. But I doubt if it really affects negatively the federal government. Because
but then if it affects,
in 2017, the federal government would have done something, they use dialogue or whatever means to stop this menace in South. That the federal government is responsible. And
Hector, you should realize that VAT, that's VAT, plays a major role in what we distribute at the end of every month or the beginning of every month as allocation to the states. And so if the markets are not buying and selling, then it will drastically drop the VAT and indirectly affect the federal government. Don't you think that's an argument, right?
Well, there is another argument. But let me just quickly talk on this labor strike.
You've got 10 seconds. I don't know how possible.
I strongly support the strike. I just say that there will be any court injunction by that state to destabilize labor.
All right, then.
The economy has been working because labor has not been reactive. So they should not use that as an excuse. All
right, thank you, Hector. Your 2 minutes. Your 2 minutes is up. Thank you very much. Your 2 minutes is up. I've got Clinton from Bori. Clinton, welcome on the show.
Thank you, Adelaide. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, labor. The focal point is labor. I think in the past, these people have lost their place in the heart of Nigeria because of their inconsistencies and how self-centered they've been. But what we are saying is that their terms, the reasons why they want to go on strike should be very clear. Because for now, I don't know what they're really going to strike for.
They're saying the federal government should meet their demands, reverse, the removal of petrol subsidy, so many other issues, but that's like the main one.
The most important thing for Nigerians now is for the refineries to work. Canada,
there's also that.
If comes out to tell us that they are going on strike so that the federal government will fix our refineries, we will support them.
No, Clinton, it's also part of why they want to go on strike, fixing the refinery. I mean, it's always been on the table right from the first day. Labour has been insisting that the refineries must work before they remove subsidy.
Then, okay, I'm not saying how long does this strike? Do they intend to go on this strike? That's nothing.
I don't think we have.
Because when we are here, the protest. We also hear it's a strike.
It's both. So downing tools and then going on a protest. Both of them.
It's all right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in. I've got Jude from Omuma. Jude, welcome on the show. Let's talk.
Yeah, Canada.
Jude.
The planned protest by Labour beginning Wednesday. I support that protest. But my problem is on the Nigerian masses. I hear everyone blaming the labor leaders. I don't know what the problem of the labor leaders are, but my own problem is on the Nigerian masses. We in the civil society, even when we go on protest on issue concerning the Nigerian people, we find it a hell of a problem getting the Nigerians to join us on protest. Protest is a legitimate right of everyone. Legitimate right of everyone.
Are you not afraid that, like in the past, hoodlums will hijack the situation and bring about mayhem on our society?
Yes, Canada. If we go there, people will hijack protest. When are we going to protest for our rights in Nigeria? Are we going to remove that right of protest in Nigeria because miscreants will hijack it? No. The police or the security agents have to be on our side. Let me tell you, in Philippines, years back, the Filipinos overthrew the military. I don't know whether you know this history. Not long ago. They overthrew the military. Civilians, when the military took over in Philippines, and they installed Mrs. Aquino, whose husband was overthrown. I mean, civilians. Nigerians will have to, okay, we know we've been hot. We know we've been
summarize, please, Jude.
By the policies of this government. Then which way are we going to express our displeasure?
All right, then.
How are we going to do it? We talk on the radio. Do they listen?
All right, thank you very much, Jude.
To go on protest, which is our right, which is what people do all over the world.
Point noted, Jude. Point noted.
If we go on protest,
oh my goodness.
Then we can express our grievances.
All right, then.
The economy will be down. So we have to damn it to get what we want.
I've got to let you go. I'm sorry. Braid from Buguma, welcome. Braid, please, 2 minutes.
Yeah, greetings to you, Canada.
Welcome.
Yes, Canada. Federal government said we should a little bit patient. Hello.
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, Canada. The federal government is telling us to be patient, and they were not patient to remove subsidy. Today they are receiving handing over, swearing in. Immediately the first subsidy has gone. Where is the subsidy? The House of Reps said there is no subsidy. For 23 companies that they are taking subsidy in CNC, there is no company like that. And yet, the federal government that's being led by Bola Tinubu said there is subsidy. The 3 companies that is bringing fuel, the Owandus International and other companies, those are direct sales. And because of it, they want to satisfy World Bank and IMF to remove subsidy, saying that they remove subsidy to privatize our electricity and also to increase our school fees. And what are they trying to tell us? They're trying to impoverish an average Nigerian. You want to remove subsidy. Where is the subsidy? Who are the people? Who are they arrested concerning that subsidy? Since they say there is subsidy, who are those people? Up to this moment, people have made some of that is so SYZ people that are enjoying the subsidy. We have not gotten that. It's telling Nigerians that we should be patient with them. And even when they are selling 190 something, NNPC is making profit of more than 100 naira.
All right. Thank you very much. I've got to go.
And I keep saying it. Nigerians should be patient. Why there is not even a Muslim refinery? No, our refineries cannot be repaired. New refineries cannot be built. And Bola Tinubu is telling I and you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Braid.
Be patient.
I've got to go now. Thank you very much. Stephen Ezuma Chow, Senate can't stop NLC except to want to prove to the world that Nigeria is operating as an autocratic government. Dambari meeting to collect bribe or what? Is asking that. Oko Nnamdi says from Labour line Afikpo, strike is the only option left for Nigerian Labour Congress. The suffering is too much and people are dying of hunger on a daily basis. Thank God Ability Atuegbu says before tomorrow's midnight NLC will change language and suspend the strike. They're just panicking the federal government. We know their tactics. Okay. Kindly you're rare. Members of the National Assembly cannot be carrying big bags home at the end of the month and still have the effrontery to confront Labour. We will all match out and show the world that our leaders have failed us. The hunger and suffering is just unbearable. Labour, be steadfast. We are with you. Jeff from Omoko. All right. Ayanaya Emmanuel says, okay, more grace. Thank you very much. Let's go to WhatsApp and read some messages there. This one says, of course, Simon Ekpa wouldn't listen. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I said Simon Ekpa wouldn't listen to anyone. That's how his predecessor was behaving. He will always reach his destination in DSS custody. The only way to tackle this menace is to work on his extradition from Finland. He cannot dictate to the federal government. Among the priorities of the president, I doubt the release of Nnamdi Kanu is one. So if some people have decided to make an individual their god in any region, then that is their problem. The charge of treason will be decided by the court. Flat Earth from Port Harcourt. All right, that's your take. This one says, please, Nigerians should wear their so I'm having network issues and I'm finding it difficult to read. Okay, so please, Nigerians should wear their jeans. I mean jeans. We are going for protest on Wednesday. Kudos to Labour Congress. All right, then. This one says everybody should join the NLC protest because the hardship is very severe, especially in Rivers State, where Governor Bara refused to act like other governors to improve the welfare of workers through promotion and pay rise, as well as other better ways to touch the lives of Rivers people. All right, thank you very much, Victor from Igbima. And let's see, this one says, I want NLC to go on strike, but at the same time, they may likely not go because I think that NLC is after their pocket and not the suffering of the masses. Simon Ekpa should agree with Nnamdi Kanu and allow peace to reign in the southeast. Thank you, Anna. Anna, thank you very much for that one. This one says, let's see, sometimes our so-called honorable think that we have no sense, so they think they can stop us from embarking on strike. It is quite laughable, and I think they're making fun of themselves. Okay, Chiku Michael from Rumigbo. But then again, you said the body language of Mr. President to us, my people in the southeast, is not surprising to me. The effects of this sit at home is something that should bother any well-meaning government towards its people. But hence, it is southeast. Nothing will be done about it because southeast is not. Oh, come on now. It is. Okay, Chiku, it is part of Nigeria. This one says, I still don't know why Nigerian politicians are so heartless. Already, Adamawa state is boiling because of hunger, yet the wicked evil men are bent on the more with useless policies. This time, okay, Monday back from Port Harcourt. Thank you very much. This one said, NLC salvage Nigeria from the hardships. Nigerians are crying. Valentine Alalipo from Abunima. Okay. This one says, my name is Victor from Port Harcourt. There is no need for sit at home in Southeast. Igbo youths should resist, but I mean they're seated. They at home. Okay, so I mean, you want a different angle as well. I'm wondering if it will not bring out because of is not even looking at the direction, given all the challenges that the country is faced with. However, I'm also looking at possibility that when it comes to sharing the allocation, this would not get as much because of the low position of the VAT if to strike. Is a cheap and one reason why the governors are all over the place and they're fighting it and they're trying to make sure that it does not work because it means low income for the government. It means, and of course, the government will also not be able to generate internal revenue. Not be able to generate revenue locally, and so that means yet again even more problems for the government, less funds for the government. And so how will the government tackle the issues that are there in the southeast? And so that's why some of the governors are fighting it tooth and nail, because of course in the next 4 years, if they are able to pass the tribunal, they would have to stand for another election. And so they're trying to make a mark, and they're trying to impress on the people, and that's why they're fighting it. So when you look at all of these things, you wonder, but then again, they're there. So it says, my joy is that those shouting the strike must go on were the same people who hailed Tinubu during the campaigns. Let them enjoy. Newton Ikira, thank you very much. We go for a quick break. When I do come back, I'll read some more messages and take some more calls. Stay tuned to 92.3 Nigeria Info.